Hey guys, welcome back. Thanks for joining me for another video. I'm really excited about this topic this week because worrying and stress is something that we're human. We're going to worry at times. We're going to stress about things. And I think that to try to pretend like we should never worry about something or stress about something is ridiculous. So I think it's more of learning coping skills and tools to help you in life. And a lot of this channel, most of this channel, is educational, and it's about teaching you things that will help you in life to learn lessons, to not attract unhealthy partners into your life, but also how to be your best self and how to really take care of yourself. And I think that's something that we don't learn growing up. We don't often learn how to not worry, how to not stress, how to not have anxiety, how to not attract a terrible, toxic, narcissistic partner. I think we just are taught you shouldn't worry, you shouldn't stress, but the coping skills on when we are stressing, when we are worrying, what do we do? That's something that unfortunately we're not taught. So this channel, we're going to learn. Now, one of the first things that you must do every single day, as often as you can, this is regardless of whether or not you're worrying about something, stressed about something, this is just for you to be the healthiest you could possibly be, to recognize things within yourself that you no longer want to have, do, think, etc. You have to practice self-awareness. So you have to be aware of the conversation that you're having. I mean, to me, that's half the battle right there, because most people in this world are just they're robots. They're going off autopilot. They're not even thinking about the thoughts that they're thinking. They're not curious about, why am I having those thoughts? What are those thoughts? They just believe every single thought that they think. They attach to every single thought that they have. So when we're aware, okay, I'm in a cycle right now of really worrying about something, or I'm really stressing about getting this done at work, paying this bill, running through the list of all these things that I have to do, and am I going to be able to do this someday? Am I going to be able to find a partner? And just all of this stress and worry that we carry around with ourselves every single day. If you're not aware that you're carrying this huge toxic negative load with you consistently throughout the day, you are going to unleash and react negatively when someone, says something to you. You might be very irritable. You might lose motivation and drive. It really affects a lot of aspects of your life, your relationship, your career, your own mental health, everything. So being aware of okay, I'm in a cycle right now of worrying and stressing, and recognizing that. And I know that sounds very, very basic and simple, but you have to recognize, okay, I'm in a cycle right now and I need to get out of it. I don't want to be in the cycle anymore. You have to recognize and accept that. So the next thing is challenging your thoughts. And this is huge. You have to challenge what you think, because you are not your thoughts. Your thoughts are coming from a place, and usually it's coming from your wounded self, your ego self, because that's the part that you have been in a habit to pay attention to and listen to. So worry and stress, that doesn't come from unconditional love. That doesn't come from whatever we're connected to. You can call it God, you can kind of call it the universe, source, energy, whatever. All of that is the good stuff. All of that is where we're free, where we're happy, where we're content, where we're living in the moment, right? That's unconditional love. That's the voice that's reminding us that everything's gonna be okay. The other part of us, the ego self, the wounded self, where all of the fear and the stress and the worry lives, where it replays those stories over and over again about, am I gonna get that job? I hope I get that job. I'm probably not gonna get that job. Am I gonna ever find someone someday? Am I gonna have enough money to pay this bill? I need to make this much money a year. I mean, we can go on and on and on about the stories that part of ourselves likes to tell us constantly throughout the day, that keeps us in fear, keeps us worrying, keeps us stressing. So half the battle, like I said, is knowing, okay, I'm in this trap. I'm in this wounded ego self. I'm in this blame and stress and worry and fear. I'm not in being free and being happy and being content. So when we have those worry thoughts, we have to challenge those thoughts. Where are those thoughts coming from? Okay, they're coming from this part of me that's scared, that's wounded. Totally, that's fine, that's valid. I'm a human being. We all have that side of ourselves. And start challenging all of those thoughts. So the thought that I'm having right now is worrying on whether or not I'm going to meet someone someday. Am I really worried about that? And if you dig into the fear and the stress, a lot of what I do with my clients is when there's fear and stress that comes up in a session or a conversation, and we begin digging into, okay, what does that fear look like? Really get to the root of it. Really what the root is you being scared, of course, of the unknown. The fear of the unknown scares the heck out of us, that the fear and the worry and the stress start to rise. Now, when we have a fear of the unknown, what that basically means is we're not trusting life. We're not trusting in ourselves that we can create the life that we really want. So when you don't believe in yourself, when you don't believe that good things are going to happen to you, when you believe that life is good and that I create my reality, so whatever I want, I'm bringing into my existence by the thoughts that I'm thinking and the actions that I'm taking. So when we don't come from that place, we're going to fear the unknown. We're going to fear that what we really want probably isn't going to come to us because we don't have confidence in ourselves that we can actually do what we need to do to attract what we want into our lives, that we don't have the self-worth or the self-value probably to even think that we're even worthy of it, right? So if I don't even feel worthy of it, I'm not going to have any motivation or drive to go after it. I'm not going to have positive thoughts that tell me when that fear starts coming that I can do this, that I'm capable of doing this, that I'm deserving of having what I want. So when we get stuck in those stories of the fear and the stress, these are the things that you have to begin doing. Now, this is a practice. This is not something that you're going to get right off the bat. It is a continuous practice, but this is the journey of your life. This is learning. This is you learning how to be fully connected to yourself, fully connected to that part of you that is unconditional love, that is motivating you, that knows you deserve it. And there are a lot of things every single day that you have to do in order to build that self-worth within yourself, to build that confidence in yourself. And it's practicing self-love. It's practicing how to parent yourself. It's practicing doing affirmations. It's practicing, okay, I don't want to go to the gym, but I'm going to go to the gym. It's practicing pushing yourself out of your comfort zone to accomplish something that you were scared to do. But once you did it, you were like, wow, I did that. And now I want to go even further. It's constantly investing in yourself to listen to tapes, to listen to motivational speakers, and find the tools that work for you, that'll help you to really learn to start loving yourself. If you love to paint, and that's not something that you focus every single day on, taking time every single day to paint, to get out in nature, to do whatever it is that makes you feel the most like yourself, to start building that self-love within yourself. The next thing is, and this is so simple that it's almost scary sometimes that we don't always live like this, but in order to relieve worry, in order to relieve stress, you have to, in order to be happy, quite frankly, in order to really be happy in every single moment or every single day and feel free and, amongst other things, learning how to motivate yourself, loving yourself, having positive and healthy self-talk, all that stuff is really, really important. But the basis of real happiness is living in the moment. When you live in small moments throughout your day, right? You know that in this moment, there's nothing for me to be worried or stressed about because all I'm doing in this moment is making this video. No one's calling me to do anything. No one's asking of anything of me. To worry about something that could possibly happen or not happen in the future, that is a waste of my time and my energy. So think back on a point in your life or a day, whatever, where you felt happy. Okay, maybe you were at a concert, maybe you were at a birthday party, maybe you were just having dinner with your girlfriends or sitting, at a table having some beers with your buddy and just kind of talking and having a good time, whatever, and reminiscing and laughing. Think about a time when you have felt really happy and you're loving life, right? The reason why you felt that happiness was because you were in the moment of what you were doing. So if you're sitting at the table having beers with your buddies, if you're out for dinner with your girlfriends or having a spa day and you guys are just laughing and you're like having a good time and you feel free and light, the reason why you felt those feelings was because you were in the moment of what you were doing. You weren't thinking about what happened 2 days ago where your boss upset you or someone did something to tick you off. You're not worrying about anything that could possibly happen in the future. You are just living in this moment. And the thing with living in the moment is you begin to not get so overwhelmed with life, right? With goals, with what we want to achieve, with not the day-to-day nonsense that we sometimes obsess about. You just begin living in these small moments. And in these small moments, life seems a lot easier, a lot more manageable, because you're not so consumed with all the other noise that's going on inside your mind. So again, I know that these seem like very basic things, but these are huge, huge golden nuggets that if you practice this stuff every single day, I'm telling you, you will feel a lot less worry, a lot less stress. And when worry and stress does come up, because you're human and it's gonna come up sometimes, that number one, you don't judge it, right? And that you recognize very quickly when it starts to come up for you. You're like, whoa, I'm starting to worry, I'm starting to stress, and that's not typically me, right? I don't obsess or overthink situations so much that it causes me to have anxiety or really stress about something. And so you begin digging into, where is this coming from? And you become curious with yourself, because you're loving yourself, you're taking care of yourself, you're learning how to self-parent. So you want to know, just like any parent would want to know, why their child feels worried, feels stressed, feels scared. And you would want to dig into that, right? And learn how to remind yourself of what is the reality of that fear that you're having. It's the fear of the unknown. It's the fear of not having control over what could possibly happen, which is what you're thinking, but the reality is that you do. So I hope that this has really helped you guys out there to really start practicing these things, because I'm telling you, this will alleviate stress, worry, anxiety, depression. It'll start building. When I tell you love within yourself, what I mean by that is you won't react when you should be responding to people. You won't attach to unhealthy things, unhealthy people, unhealthy situations. You won't overthink, because your happiness is so important and you know how to give it to yourself. And I mean, that's the kind of stuff that we should be investing every single day into ourselves. You know, it's more than just going to work and being with our friends and family. You have to invest every single day into yourself, and doing these things and practicing these things, I'm telling you, is the best thing that you could possibly do for yourself, because it affects every area of your life. And self-development is something that I wish people every single day took time throughout their day to really invest in themselves. So I hope that this has been a tool that you guys will use to start investing in your own self. And if you are interested in doing private coaching with me, I will link my website down below. I do offer private coaching as well as online coaching. So if you're not able to do sessions with me, online coaching is definitely your best bet. It'll be a little boost to get you started into what coaching actually entails. So I hope that you have found this useful. If you have enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe and click on the notification bell as well. And I will see you next week.